Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to So Crypto, your home for crypto TA. I am your host Martin. In this episode, we are gonna be talking about, can the rally continue? Now, if you're catching this from, I'm sorry about this. I'm sitting down, and it's very rare for me to be sitting down throughout the stream. I'm usually standing out, but it's been a long day, so I'm sitting down right now. Anyways, I was noticing the text was coming over here in my face. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for joining me again. If you want to rotate with the latest crypto related news and technicals, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button and that bell. That way you will be notified when we go live. And if you want to keep on chatting with us, whenever the stream is done, join us on the Discord. Links will be coming out here, shortly. There we go. It's going to be pinned on top of the chat. There we are. Right on. So let's go look at market cap. Yo, X Huddle, thank you very much for being here. I think you're going to be one of the few ones that are going to be in here tonight. Reason for that is I'm starting super late today. I had things I had to do. Talked about those in a second. Let's go over to the screen where the magic happens. And yes, we'll do Hex to USDC after the mains, right? Right on. So let's get rolling. What is happening with crypto, guys? We had a rally here on the main crypto market cap. We have gone to that upper portion of the triangle. We have not yet broken out on crypto, right? On market cap. So we're hitting that upper area. We're still closing within. And right now we are still moving slightly down. Not a lot. Are we going to try to break out? Yes, we can. We don't have anything bearish anymore. We are still coming up higher. And that was one of the things that we were watching out for, right? See if we're going to get up here and still have divergence. Guess what? No longer do we have anything bearish. So we could try to go for that breakout. We do have this bullish divergence back here at support, right? At that lower portion of that triangle. And again, looking for that potential rally to come into play, help us go higher. And like I said, we're targeting that $2 trillion mark right now. Above there, we're going to have a fib resistance at 2.05 trillion. And above there, we're going to go for another fib resistance at 2.25. Do I think we're going to break out? Man, it looks like it wants to, right? We haven't been at this upper area. And Jason, what's up, dude? So yeah, it looks as though we want to break out, right? And move up here. May, what's up, dude? Thank you for being here. I know it's super late for you, man. So moving up, right? There's something here. I can't tell what it is. I think it's a bit of paper, maybe. There we go. Is that it? No. Is this it? No, is that it? Is this it? Yeah, it's it. All right, cool. Move that out of the way slightly. There we go. Anyways, yeah, it looks like we're trying to break out, right? I would be looking for that breakout. If we do, man, it's gonna be a massive move. If we do break out and we confirm that breakout, we don't get any weird throwback happening here that pushes back into a triangle, man, that move. 2.54 trillion, right? Again, reclaiming very nice areas, right? Not all-time highs, but damn, very, very nice areas up here. Prices that we have not seen since December 2021. So again, that'll be a very, very nice move if we do go for a rally again, right? That is, we have to break this triangle to the upside. We have not yet broken it. Again, it's just hopeful stuff. We are trying to break it, right? Look at that movement down. It's barely there, man, right? So again, breaking out, confirming, breaking out. What do I mean? We have to get a candle. Have to get a candle that moves us out, right? Then the next candle has to confirm wanting to be outside. And then usually that starts to tell us that we want to break out. And then we start to look for that move. And that movement usually comes with volume. We had very nice volume in yesterday. Look at that. Better than the last couple of days, right? And right now, I'm not sure if this is bad data. It looks as though there's a lot of volume just as yesterday. So I'm not sure if I should trust the volume that we see here in total market cap. Rather look at Bitcoin and determine how much volume there is, right? Jason, what's up, dude? Thank you very much for being here. So that's it for market cap. Let's go check out Bitcoin. Everyone's looking to it. 43,922. Man, were we slightly higher? Yes. Are we breaking out of the triangle? Yes, we are. Do I like that? Yes, I do, man. Are we going to go for that movement up? Yes, that target gets us to 45,817. That is our target right now to movement up. That is from the double bottom and then from the bottom portion to that neckline. Now, breaking out of this area of this triangle gets us to where we're going to go for a measure move of the triangle, right? And that gets us all the way up here to the 54,800 and change. 54,404. Right, very nice moves to the upside we could be going for. Again, hopefully this will start to get that reversal happening in that end the trend, right? Right now, the trend that we're getting, it was a downtrend, finally started to make higher lows, right? So higher lows getting an uptrend. Unfortunately, we're also making lower highs than the previous highs, right? And that gets us that triangle formation. So that is a consolidation pattern. Looks as though we want to break to the upside again. Sometimes, not always, right? Sometimes we get those breaks. They come like this. They look as though they're going to break out, and then they just come back down and plow through, right? I don't think that's going to be one of those cases right now. It don't look like it. It looks as though we are trying to break out, and that breakout would be extremely good. Now, if we go to the other Bitcoin chart, we are getting away from that 43,993, and we're also trying to stay at support at 43,923. We're actually sitting slightly above that area. Now we're slightly below that area. But again, here, very nice move on Bitcoin. Liking where it's at. And again, once we broke this, we knew there was a chance that we would go short-term bullish. We are going short-term bullish. Again, that double bottom here, right? That W shape here. You can't tell what I'm looking at. Is this moving here, right? It's getting us to go higher. So very nice move here. Again, gonna try to confirm we're going to stay above that 43,900. If we don't, we might come down to that 42,996 and start consolidating this zone, right? We might start consolidating here before we look for another move. Now, for now, it looks good. Not seeing anything bearish, right? Nothing bearish here. It's clean. It's clean for takeoff, right? Let's see here. High, lower high, positive momentum, less positive momentum, high on the RSI. Man, I want to have to zoom in here in the RSI. I hope I'm not going to see anything here that I don't like. And the reason for that is I hope we're not creating anything hidden here. Howdy, War, how's it going? Yeah, slightly lower. 61.39 and 61.32, right? So slightly lower. We are also slightly lower. So nothing bearish right now overhead for Bitcoin. Again, looking for that potential move to his first area here to make that first measure move. And then hopefully get that second move after a movement completion, right? So after movement completion, let's talk about this move, right? That W shape that we talked about, W shape here, right? After movement completion, we get pullback, right? Usually that's how movements work. Now, how that pullback happens, I think we could come up here, pull back test this area, confirm that we're out, and then move up. That would be a pretty solid move. Not sure if that's a move we're going to go for. I mean, there is really no reason why we couldn't just run all the way up here. We're breaking out of this pattern, right? We're breaking out of this pattern as well. Right now, not yet confirmed. We just got the breakout on the last candle, right? Yesterday, or today, technically today. Tomorrow, again, moving down a bit, but looks as though we want to move out. So, you know, I would say wait. This is a confirmation candle that we have to wait for. If this starts to move up and goes green, good chance that we might still look for greener moves, right? So just like we did here, remember we were breaking out of this area, waited for that confirmation, got up higher. The only thing I said, guys, just be careful. This move, this candle might backtest here, and if we might reject, so just watch out for a potential rejection at a resistance. So, you know, breaking out, confirmation, confirming that we want to move up. Again, breaking out of this pattern, gotta wait for that confirmation to let us know we want to move up. Again, on this pattern, on this W, right? On this W pattern here, right? We should be going for this move. This area here, right? So, I'm just hoping that we're not getting anything else that gets us back in here. That would be really not good. Breaking back into a pattern that we're breaking out of is usually not good. It just shows weakness, and it shows that we're not ready to move on. So could we start to see a struggle for this zone? We could. I really think we have to wait and see how today's closes, Tuesday, right? If we do go green here, man, very good chance that we might be trying to get a good breakout. We also, like I said, yesterday, good volume. Today, again, just starting, so we have a couple days to go. So we'll see. 600 away, yeah, more or less. Right, so that's it for Bitcoin here on the daily. Let's go to the 4 hour. On the 4 hour chart, last time we had hidden bullish, pumping on that. We didn't have anything bearish. Remember, we said we could keep running, and we are running. This is from the 1 hour. Remember, this is from the 1 hour chart. I'm just going to send it back there. It makes no sense because it's just a vertical line on the 4 hour chart. So let's go there. And here we are coming up higher, more positive momentum. Man, here on the RSI, we are coming down. There's some strong bearish divergence against the RSI for now. Would not be putting a lot of weight in it until we get confirmation for today. Right. Here is just starting to flag. Right, so this is going down, but we're flagging. We're moving sideways. Positive momentum. We're doing good. So for now, again, I would wait. There is bearish divergence. That move could lead us to drop to that 40,809. Would that be a bad area for Bitcoin to go to? No, actually, it would not be a bad area for Bitcoin to go to. If we do find support here, right, any moving down to that 20, right, whenever we are to meet it, it's going to be creating hidden divergence, right? Hidden bullish. That hidden bullish could get us to go slightly higher. No tunes. I think there are tunes. Can you guys not hear the tunes? I can hear the music, so And here it tells me there's music, right? So see, I can see here, when I talk, it's here. There's the music. So you guys should be getting music, I think. Yeah. Tristan, how's it going, man? Thank you for being here. Kevin had to tune out. Kevin, have you seen his glasses? Anyways, bearishness, right? Potential for a movement down. Just watch out for it. Again, not super worried about it. More looking for this measure move to go up here, right? Again, we've been talking about this move for a while. We've talked about this, again, being a fractal of this. And then here, double bottom came in and we started talking about that double bottom. And we talked about breaking this area. And we've just been following this move for quite some days now, right? So we know it's coming into play. All right, so let's go to the 1 hour chart. Or found them. I know. You got them mailed back to you. That's pretty awesome, dude. See, War's a good guy. He could have just said, I never saw your glasses. And he would have got new shades, but he's a good guy. He's straight. It's freaking awesome that he sent it back to you. It's pretty cool. We looked in the car. We didn't find him. I think they were in the trunk. That's, we're not sure how they got to the trunk because you never went on the trunk, so... Nice ones too, I know. I'm not sure how they got to the trunk, man. I can tell you, when we're in Vegas, you're never in the trunk of a car. Wink, wink. Bearish divergence, potential for action to downside. Again, we're having it on the 1 hour, we're having the 4 hour. That move here, again, gets us to that upper portion, right? Again, back test this zone. On that breakout, we have not gotten that back test. Someone slamming the brakes. Now you're starting to remember. So could we come down here to support? Yeah. I mean, the 20 right now, that 20 moving average happens to be here. All right, that movement here and then going for that move here, right? So again, not a bad move, man. I could see this happening. I could see this playing out again, coming here to the 20, bouncing from there. Not bad. It would actually be kind of solid because that move here to the 20 gets us to where we have this bullish divergence happening here, hidden bullish. And again, look for another potential bounce, right? I'm kind of liking the fact that, you know, the bearish indicators, although we had them here, remember we had that flag formation, creating that bearish divergence. It did move us down to the 20, right? Later on, we were looking at it here yesterday. Still happened to come into play. I mean, there's no denying this move. It's there and it's here. And then it just happened very short term here in the MACD, right? So I'm just assuming here so you can see what I'm talking about, right? High positive momentum, lower positive momentum. So high to low again here on the move, bearish divergence, moving down on that again, finding that support of the 20 with hidden bullish also, right? Look, there's a break here on continuation. Remember I told you guys look for that potential move, and this is something we talked about, this hidden divergence. I'm pretty sure we talked about it. If we didn't talk about it here, we'll probably talk about it in another coin, but I remember talking about this divergence, right? You needed support. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, it was fun. It was a great time. It was a great time. I'm glad that we were all able to meet and hang out and have a great time. I'm really happy that no one was an a-hole to no one else. I mean, everyone was really chill and really cool. So that's freaking awesome. Anyways, moving down, right? We are hitting that bot area at 61.58 again. Not super weird if we go for a dip. Create more hidden bullish and then run again. I like the fact that the strong bearish divergence here was not strong enough to get us to break below the 20 and the hidden divergence is pumping up. You know what this tells us, right? When the bullish indicators are playing out and the bearish indicators are failing to play, that means the bulls are in control and the trend is shifting, right? Ever since here, we've seen the bearish divergence coming. Yes, it broke us down. We created that bullish divergence popping us up, bearish divergence down, and then here, we're starting to ignore some of this bearishness, right? We're starting to see that this trend is going like this, right? So the trend is rising. The trend is our friend. We trade with the trend. Don't counter trade. Don't counter trade the trend. Look at the macros, right? Look at the macros. You always look at Bitcoin before you look at alts. Reason for that is Bitcoin rules them all, right? Look at this. I'm just going to try to get something here real quick, just so you see what I'm looking at, right? pinpoint it there a little bit better. Again, upsloping channel, right? Rising trend. Don't counter trend. Wait for a break. If you're gonna take a short, you gotta wait for a break here of this line. Breaking this support line gets us to where we go on a short-term bear trend. We go on a short-term bear trend. We've talked about this before, right? Just like when we broke here on the daily, that line, that resistance line, right? That blue resistance line, when we broke it, we went short-term bullish, right? Now we have a support line. So breaking this line, short-term bullish, taking a rally. 1 hour, support. We are still above that midline of the channel, which is fine. We might try to find support there. Usually these midlines, the way they work is they give us areas for support and resistance. Usually they are a lot better when you see them getting respected a lot. And what I'm going to try to do is really try to pinpoint this one a little bit better. Reason for that is I think with the more accurate pointed channel with better touch points, I'm going to get better read on the market. So with that into account, now I'm going to target that area there. So I'm going to consider this to be the low, and then this here to be the high. We can also consider this to be the high. So hit at the bottom, 2 hits, then 2 hits at the top, 3rd hit at the top, came back, bounced at the bottom, right? So we are in an upsloping channel. We are in an upsloping channel. You're right, Kevin. We're all family already. That's awesome. It was a pretty good trip, man. It was an awesome trip. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And again, we see this channel, this midline, getting respected. We got a rejection here at the midline. Here we try to break it. Came back down. Respect the rejection of the midline. Here it's acting as support once. Here, kind of, it's a little bit dirty here. I don't like it. But here we get that clean rejection right here on the wick. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more in case you're on your phones. On your phones. In that rejection of the midline. Find that support here, right? Rejection here. Finally getting above. So midline acts as a support, right? That midline acts as support. Ooh, what's up, dude? So again, uptrend. Good. Now that we established this, and this is stuff that we've talked about in the past, everything that I'm saying here, we've said it plenty of times on the stream. When bullish indicators play out consistently and bearish indicators fail to play out, that means the bulls are in control. Don't counter trend. Don't counter trade. Just like when we look for bullish indicators and they keep failing to play out and the bearish indicators play out consistently, that means the bears are in control. We don't want to counter trend. We don't want to counter trade the trend, right? The trend is your friend. You trade with the trend. If you trade against a trend, you're going to get wrecked more times because guess what? Yes, you're going to get movements down, but they're not going to be the strong movement down, right? They're not going to be a strong movement down like this, right? Not like this, right? You're not going to get those strong moves here. All right, look at this. Let's say you were, trying to get that, short the market. Yes, you're getting some small moves, but you're trying to short the market here still. Boom, blam, right? You broke that trend line, then you go short-term bullish, and you get that pop. So again, stuff that we look for, right? Stuff that I've talked about in the past plenty of times. Support lines, resistance lines, what happens when you break them, right? So we're doing good right now. There's good stuff happening on Bitcoin. Hopefully we can maintain it. How are we going to maintain it? Well, today we close still above 43,823. It looks as though we're fighting tooth and nail to be above that area. What up, Andrew? Thanks for being here. Bitcoin here on the daily, right? Again, breaking out of this triangle. Hopefully we can continue. Go for this first measure move. That sets us up to where we can go for the second measure move. And then we'll see what happens. By that time, we're going to be near 55,000. We might actually wick that. If we do, I think if we go for this move, the market's going to spark bullish again. And a lot of people are going to start, you're going to see a lot of YouTubers and a lot of Twitter people change their tunes and start to go full on bullish. And all that's going to do is just spark a new run. So breaking out of this area, I think it could spark a new run, a good run. We shall see though. Right? That is just speculation on my part. Again, that is not trading. I'm just saying, if we do start to go up and we go for this move, man, a lot of people are going to be like, oh, Bitcoin's above 50,000 again. Haven't seen these prices since December. Oh, man, we're bullish again. And everyone's going to start to go on Bitcoin full term, right? So, let's go check out Ethereum. You like short parabolic moves with bearish indicators. Look for breakouts. Look for breakouts on supports, right? On movements down. So if you see a parabolic move happening, Let's illustrate this here real quick. There's a question regarding stuff. All right, so if you see a parabolic move, that's not a parabolic move. If you see a parabolic move happening, you have to gauge what time frame you're looking at. On the 15-minute, it might look like it is a lot. On the 5-minute, it might seem like it is a lot. But when you look at it on the 1 hour or the daily, it's just a small nothingness, right? So you have to look and compare it to the major picture. Now, yes, you trade on the scale you're in, but that doesn't mean you ignore the data from the other things, because that parabolic movement up could lead to a falling wedge or a flag formation that then breaks to the upside, right? That move then breaks to the upside because, impulse up, downside consolidation, you break back up, then you create that bearish divergence, and then you're looking for that movement down. But again, guess what? Depending on how we go down here, we might make another flag, just smaller, and go for another movement up, create more bearish divergence. Sometimes in crypto, and we've seen it a couple times, the fourth time is the charm. The fourth time that we develop that divergence, finally, it takes hold and it drops us, right? And we've seen this plenty of times, even with Bitcoin. And I'm just going to go real quick back to Bitcoin so I can illustrate that. Here on Bitcoin on the daily, we're looking at this chart a while back, again, a long time ago, back here, right? Just ignore all the lines. I know they're going to be hard to see, but just look at the yellow lines. That's all matters. So one bearish divergence, one bearish divergence strong, two bearish divergence strong, three bearish divergence strong, four bearish divergence strong, and then we got a break, right? Same thing happened here. 1, 2, 3, and then finally got a breakdown. 1, 2, gotta break down, right? So again, sometimes you have to wait for that third or fourth hit for the move to come in, right? And this is not the only times we've seen it. I think if we go to this chart and we go way back onto Bitcoin, way back onto Bitcoin, over here, we're probably gonna see something similar happening, right? Particularly when we go full on bullish. Here, just a one time. By the looks of it, here again on the daily, just 1, 2, then coming down and then start to break down. For the W shape formation, again, not at the bottom. Looks like we're gonna rally, failed, and then move back down again. So yeah, maybe this one is not the best example, but we've seen this happen before in a lot of projects, right? Where we have this 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we move, right? Like here, 1, 2, 3, and then fourth one down here. Don't really like the way this one looks because we kind of broke the pattern, but it looks as though we were getting ready, and that trend was weakening, right? So every time we do this on the third or the fourth, we're weakening the trend. Every time we keep on pumping. I mean, just because we have it once, we could move down, right? That is just tells us we could move down. So you got to wait for that confirmation to come in. So how's that confirmation going to look? It's going to depend on your strategy, right? What your strategy looks like. So this is an impulse up. Here we'll be waiting for some consolidation for another movement up, right? But if we do start to break below this support line, right, depending on where that line is, I mean, there's going to be data points happening here, right? So if we do break below that line, that is invalidating the theory that we could be going up, and then I'll be looking for a movement down. So my in would be upon breaking that support. You always look for a break of something. Once you break something, there's something else that triggers, right? Again, here on Ethereum, for example, double bottom, breaking a trend line resistance, right? Going short-term bullish. And again, we could be going for that measure move, and that put Ethereum at 3,468. Not a bad target. Right now, we're hitting very close to that $3,158 mark. Above there, we're going to have that 3,324. And again, that happens to be confluent with our 382 at 3,335. Very, very close targets on a moving up, right? Bought at 64.96. So if you find the move in the 4 hour and the daily, you should wait for a break. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, you should be looking for a break. I mean, it depends on what percentage points you're trading or what leverage you're using and how much you're willing to make, right? If you just want to play a quick short, you have bearish divergence in the 4 hour, bearish divergence on the daily, and then bearish divergence in the 1 hour. It's just telling you that the trend is really looking to turn. You have data that is congruent in 3 indicators or 3 different time scales, right? Now, if you go to the 15-minute, you also have that bearish divergence. That would tell you that you're very, very likely going to start moving down, and that's going to trigger a movement down in the 1 hour. That could trigger a movement down in the 4 hour, and then trigger a movement down in the daily, right? I mean, remember, the daily takes time to confirm. It takes days, sometimes weeks, right? That's why with that Bitcoin pattern that we've been looking at, we've been hunting for that double bottom for a couple days, right? We've been talking about the double bottom, where that break is, what's going to happen once we break it, how we're going to look for that confirmation, right? After that confirmation that we got yesterday, that today we're going to look for a movement up, maybe hit that upper portion of the triangle. We didn't know if we're going to break or not, and we're struggling with it for a bit, but we managed to break, right? And now we're looking for that confirmation above that break. You always look for that confirmation. So yesterday, again, nice area to set up a trade to get that quick move to that upper portion of the triangle, and then look at what happens there. If it's going to reject, you set up a stop loss. If it looks like it's going to keep on running, you just let it ride and use that upper resistance line as now support for a potential bounce for more continuation to the upside. Here, we're looking for the bearish divergence. We didn't quite have it, right? Heading against the RSI, but not against the MACD. We're anchoring from positive to negative. We're just talking about that. We no longer have anything bearish here, right? We're just going higher. That's fine. On the larger move, we're not doing anything. From way back here, we are, right? So from way back here, we're going here, and that would be targeting from here to here. Is that going to put pressure on the price? Yes, we're near resistance, and with strong bearish divergence against the RSI only, it's definitely going to put pressure, and that could lead for a move down, right? You don't swing dance, but you swing trade, yeah. I find it to be better than day trading a lot of the time. It's just a little bit more chilled. You can set up a trade and let it ride, and then you just come back and check on it and check on your analysis, and then you just keep letting it run. There's strong bearish divergence here on the Ethereum, right? There's strong bearish divergence here on the Ethereum against the MACD and the RSI, and that would tell us that we're moving down. How far down? First target was going to be here, the 20 moving average, the 3090. That is our first target. Once we get there, you can see how it goes, right? But for now, that is our move. Could we rally more? I mean, yes, we're at a portion where this could also happen. We could come up here and still have that bearish divergence here against the MACD. We're not going to have it against the RSI if we go to this area. We're going to have it against the MACD, and we're going to get to our resistance with strong bearish divergence and a potential moving down. But for now, we do have strong bearish divergence, and all I would be looking for here is a potential moving down instead of a stop loss. If you have long, if you're opening a position, I'll be looking for a movement down. Maybe once we break the 20, you set up your stop loss so that you don't trigger farther moving down, because the next movement's for support. It's gonna be at 2,984. So it is a sort of $150 move more or less to drop all the way down here, right? Yeah, but you have to, if you look at moves on the 4-hour, right, and then you trade in the 15-minute, you also have to do analysis in the 15-minute. But look at the trend in general, right? Don't just look at what's happening right now. Look at the trend in general. This trend is upsloping. It's been upsloping for some time now. On the 1-hour chart, look, we are trending up. So where do you set up your exit? Well, here again, breaking this line, short-term bearish. Again, took that small drop. And then here I'll be placing a support line like this, right? Support lines have to make sense. At least get 2 or 3 touch points. I don't like where that one touches, so I'm just gonna go with this one here. All right, so 1, 2, 3, a couple of touches here, 4 bounce. So breaking this line, short-term bearish, right? We look for another movement down. That's why we'll be looking at this, right? So again, those support lines, those resistance line for breaks. Could write a book, yeah. A lot of things, man. A lot of this just comes down to experience. A lot of this just comes down to, knowledge and experience. I mean, like, you don't have to be all knowledgeable. It's just practice. If you trade and trade and trade, you start to see these things. You start to see those support lines. Sometimes you don't even have to draw them. You just draw them to confirm where that is, but you don't have to draw them to know there's a support line there. How do you know? Well, we just seems as though we keep on bouncing on some kind of line there. Once you draw it, you just confirmation. I just look at their support line here. And then you look for the resistance lines, right? Resistance line, there was one here, right? Again, you don't have to draw them. You just look at the chart and you know there's resistance. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a couple times here as well. Finally broke it, fake breakout, and then we finally broke out of that, right? So yeah. All right, so that's it for Ethereum right here. Bearish divergence, potential for moving down. Just remember, we could still hit this upper portion and then break back down. The trend right now is super bullish. So we know there are bull trends. Bearish indicators fail to play out again. We just have to watch out for it. It could trigger here, right? Move down a bit, maybe to that 20. Found support and pop again, right? Again, would not be a weird move. Something about Hex. That was a request that came in. On the daily, Hex is trying to bounce. Look, it almost dropped. It dropped slightly lower than the previous low that we were using here. I'm not going to shift this because by no means are we going to go back to that 786 right now, right? That's all the way up here at 18 cents. But you remember when we were talking about Hex and being up here and you guys were talking about it and I was like, oh, what's going to happen? I was like, oh, there's bearish divergence. It's going to break down. Break down. Then we would make this bullish divergence. We took that small rally. That's fine. I mean, I don't really see a lot happening here. There was some bullish divergence back here. Our Hexican friends. How do you pin trend line to the RSI? I don't pin trend lines to the RSI. I pin trend lines to the price. Does that make sense? I look for divergence. It's the same thing. It's just, you choose, you know, this tool here says trend line, and then you can just draw it whatever you want. Mag the RSI. But you should look for the trend to break on the price, right? If I have no clue, man. I'm not that much into Hex. I have not bought it. But a lot of people request it sometimes, particularly people from the Hex community when they come in. And we check it out. Again, right now we're coming to this previous high here. So high, equal price level on the high. Low to high and low to high. So nothing here. Bearish right now. Everything's going high. And if this goes slightly higher, everything's going to match. Neutral 55.73. Let's go to that 4-hour, man. Oh, by the way. Just like Bitcoin, right? There is a sort of W shape happening here. That double bottom coming in here. Not the prettiest looking, but it's a double bottom, right? Again, very, very close. Right? I would consider this to be a double bottom. If we go to the wicks, right, it is extremely close. So again, we're getting that W formation here, signifying, again, at the end of a downtrend. That tells us that the trend is ready to shift. Try to get that moving up. Breaking that neckline again. That neckline is going to be coming in here. Bring that neckline, gets us to where we go for our measure move. Again, measure from low to the neckline and then just put it there. And then it will get us to go somewhere very close to the, and then to that 786, right? 4-hour chart. It pumped $30 in testnet. Awesome. There was bearish divergence here. It put pressure on the price off Hex, right? As we are coming up higher. And on that break, again, we're having this bearish divergence here as well. Potential fraction of downside, move down a bit. Created nothing bullish here, right? Nothing bullish, even here. Nothing bullish. We're just rallying again. And this is probably following the rest of the crypto market, Bitcoin, and everyone else just going bullish. So it's just a follower right now. It's not really doing its own thing. How do we know that? It's just not pumping on anything bullish. It's just following the rest of the market. I would not be surprised if a lot of crypto is doing that right now. Here again, going up higher and higher still on the short-term move again here on the 1 hour. And it's just to the hour right now, which again, we haven't yet closed. So, you know, have to wait for that to happen. But it looks as though we're going to start developing this strong bearish divergence against MACD against the RSI, right? Overbought at 76.89. That bearish already played out. Back test divergence, bearish for your pumpers. We'll see. I mean, these bearish divergences are just going to happen. So it's not in the past. It's right now. Right meow. Here, I don't see that back test happening yet. Again, on the 4 hour, there's this from the 1 hour, but you know, that bearish divergence. We had a flag. We got to consolidate, you know. Upsloping consolidation is not going to be good. That breaks down. You got to get downsloping consolidation. Downsloping consolidation is pretty solid. I guess it's to where we pump back up again. Luna, yeah. Let me make sure I'm not skipping anything, right? Because there's been a lot of things happening in the chat today. Dudes. Not missing anything on the chat, I think. So let's go check out Luna. RSI is bearish. What do you mean? RSI is bearish where? Hex? Yeah, there's bearish divergence right now. Bearish divergence here on RSI. Not sure what part you're at, Hugo. Luna. Let's go check out Luna. $93 and 18 cents. All right. Luna is I'm just gonna extend this right now. All right, now I'm gonna try to fib this from the bottom here. It's gonna have to be the bottom and then that to be the top. If you guys don't know where I'm matching to, I'll tell you in a second. I'm matching this bottom here, right, and the top here, because that's when the trend started to shift. I just don't want to get all this data to be here where I can't see. We kind of made a retrace, not a super valid one. We did break slightly below 236, but we're undoing on the next candle. So, you know, I'm not sure if I want to consider this a valid move. More worried about here having, you know, just on the more smaller move. It's not yet there, right? It's not yet there for this asset, but, you know, this here. You know his move? You know his move? It's a head and shoulders, right? That is starting to develop. It looks a little bit like a head and shoulders. This shoulder, not shoulder, the neckline, right? The dip here where that shoulder should be. I don't like the way it looks. It could be a head and shoulders. It could be, right? It don't look very good. It don't look textbook. All I know is that this high is very close to this high here on the shoulders, so they look more or less symmetrical, and the head is higher. There's spike going higher. I'll just be watching this. Again, Luna is gonna follow Bitcoin. If Bitcoin goes bullish, he's not gonna care about this. He's gonna pump up again, right? If you zoom out, right? If you zoom out, impulse up, down, consolidation, impulse up, crash, and then here we're making a triangle, right? Like that triangle looks like this. It just happens to match we're almost where our neckline is. So, you know, triangle consolidation about to break. If this is a triangle that we're trading, we got to break somewhere. And it would make sense that Bitcoin's going bullish and it's breaking out, that this will also break to the upside. So we might go for the next move up, right? And there's this thing. If we get a break below that neckline and very steep, just watch out. There could be a measure move coming in on a moving down again from high to low or high to neck. Hiccups. To here, $68, right? That would be a potential moving down. But for now, again, just take it with a grain of salt. Let's go to shorter time scales. Let's see what we have there. See how good things look here, right? So shoulder, head, then we have that shoulder coming in here. Not really looking like that shoulder, but also not really looking like part of the head. See here, it just looks a little bit awkward, but it is about the same height than here. And if we were to have been doing analysis on this when this was live, I would have been looking at this as a head and shoulders like this, and then that shoulder on the 4 hour coming in here, and then not really triggering the moving down, because we did break, right? We did break here. We break that neckline, and we just didn't go down, right? So again, on the daily, still not there. On the 4 hour, it's not there. I'm just gonna look at what we have in the last couple of days and see how it's playing out here in the 4 hour. There was bearish divergence strong. We did move down on that, and then we try to find support. Did we have anything here at the 20? Sorry, at the MACD? No. Higher. Not here. And all right, cool. There is hidden divergence here on the RSI. Hidden bullish. Getting that pop, failing to get higher. Right, it's failing. I think it's failing to go higher than the previous high, more or less. So we need a little bit more here. About the same price, right? About the same price. We are coming down. So if we do say that this here, it's we do say that this is moving sideways, right? Then the move I would be looking for is here. Medium bearish divergence, action downside. That's what's leading that movement down. Cool, man. So that's what I'm looking at here. Nothing else happening that's bullish. Bearish divergence not really moving us down with a lot of strength, right? We're still higher than we're up here with the bullish divergence hidden. So are we gonna keep on running on this, right? Yeah, no worries. 1 hour, man. This came from somewhere else. Daily. The 1 hour. What do we have here, man? All right, so we gotta get a break somewhere above here, man. All right, 1, 2, a couple of hits here. So this would be a resistance line I will be looking at. For moving up, we need to break that. Look, low, higher low, negative, less negative, hidden bullish against the RSI, right? So low to high, and from here to here, and that moving up, hitting that 20, hitting that upper portion almost, rejecting that, failing to go higher than the previous high again. So we're getting that moving down, but we're also not dropping lower than the previous low. And right now we are just here on the smaller move here. Here on the smaller move here. All right, look at this. You'll see this in a second. See that? Small triangle. Looks as though we want to break it down here. It's gonna make us where we move down the 1 hour. If we move down, is it gonna be a bad thing? Might not be. Might not be, depending on how we move down, right? If we do go down with strength, it's not gonna happen. But for now, we could be aiming for some strong bullish divergence that would pop us back up again, right? So again, it's gonna depend on how this moves here. If we drop a bit more, look for that bullish divergence, then might trigger that moving up. They'll try to get us to break this line here, right, on the 1 hour. And it's happening here, right, on this short bit here on the daily, that last bit here. Again, this project has not, it looks as though this project has not been keeping up with the rest of crypto, right? Just like doing its own thing, sort of. The Luna chart has been wild, I agree. It looks pretty wonky right now. Watch out for that potential head and shoulders. Let's do ADA real quick. ADA, cool. Higher, more positive, higher still at 114. Very nice. Almost reclaiming this $1.21 area. Bought at overbought at 72.19. So nothing here that is bearish again. We're still impulsing up. Here we're looking for some bearish divergence again. We did play down for a candle again. Continuation. Remember we talked about this. How I was looking on the 1 hour, like impulse up, consolidation, then we impulsed up again, and now we have some upslope consolidation. It's trying to break back down. But right now we're getting to this mess where we're below a fib resistance here at 1.52, or sorry, a resistance line at 1.50. And we are trying to break back above it, I guess, for now. So nothing bearish happening here. Not in the short term. Here in the larger move again. Yes, bearish divergence. And again, that moving down. Overbought still at 71.63. Just remember, if the market continues to go pumping, like it is with Bitcoin, it's not going to matter. But look at this. We had bullish divergence strong. Move down a bit. Pop more bullish divergence to here, right? So we could even track it in like motions, like I was saying, right? Look, second time, right? So just so you know what I was talking about with the rules of three sometimes. So it's the second time we have a divergence, right? As you can say, it's the first time from one island to the next. But again, even here on the RSI, you would be going here. And then we're going for that other move here, right? And then we're coming still from a high point to a slightly lower point. And then here, I'm just going to zoom into two matches a little bit better. But you can tell here that this is 0.002, this 0.002. But it looks as though it's going slightly lower, right? So if I put my line here and I'll go Alt-H, you see that the line has a small gap there, right? So maybe it has more data going on and we just can't see it. But for me, even if you just want to say it's 0.202, it's sideways motion, it's still bearish divergence. That would just be weak bearish divergence. And then we took a dive, right? So 1, 2, 3, and then dive, right? So sometimes, not always, right? Sometimes we get this rule of three going on where the third one is the one that finally starts to break us, right? Now, cool thing that happened here is we created this hidden bullish. And what happens with hidden bullish, guys? What happens with hidden bullish? I'm not going to go here because there's a small break. Hidden bullish gets us to go back up to the next area of resistance, maybe the 20 moving average. So we're hitting that $1.50 mark. Sorry, $1.15 mark. And then we have the 20, right? So that's our move. We're very close to hitting it. All right. Not sure what this is, Hender, but we'll check it real quick, I guess. NCT. Good luck with the tax helper, man. Like, that's what getting like over 200 crypto gets you, right? Tax coming in, and then you have to figure out what's going on with 200 cryptos. That's crazy, dude. Bearish divergence strong, action and downside, right? First thing happening here. On the other moves, man, there's really not a lot we can chart here on the daily, right? So let's go to the 4 hour. For now, at 3.94 cents. Your high, low, high, low. So high, low, high, positive, positive, more positive, high, low, high. Again, sorry if I'm going quick. I'm just talking to myself until I find something. Are we double bottoming here, sort of? Yeah. I mean, not necessarily double bottom, but I'm looking for divergence, and there is some medium bullish here. Medium bullish divergence, potential fraction to the upside, right? Oh, we're in the 1 hour. What? There we go. Why did I skip the 4 hour? But where's the 4 hour at? Yarr. I have to go back to the 4 hour, man. Bullish divergence, getting that pop. Nothing bearish, and hidden bullish happening here, right? So hidden bullish. Where are we gonna go? Well, 20 moving average would be a pretty solid target for now. For a short-term move, that will get us here at 3.98. Again, I really wish we had something that we could go with here, man. This is too high, this is too low. Even if I draw this, we are still rejecting that 236. So I'll be waiting maybe for a break above that area, right? Because we just been struggling from high to low to get a break and stay above there. So that could be a move. Let's go here on the 4 hour. All right, in the 4 hour, we had hidden bullish divergence that came into play. And what that's doing is just helping us hold and move sideways, right? And that's why we're getting that sideways motion and that noise that's doing really nothing. And that divergence starting to develop since here. So hidden bullish, sideways motion, still flirting with the 20, not yet decided as to where it wants to go. Don't have a lot as far as technicals, like cool technicals that we could look at, right? There's no flag. I mean, there's no, it's just sideways. Tightness of the Bollinger Bands. 1 hour chart. Some kind of bullishness. Right? Hidden bullish. Medium bullish, hidden bullish. Maybe go to that 20. If we break above the 20, then we see where we're going to go. But for now, it's not really doing a lot. It's just sideways. It's been sideways since March the 21st. So a couple, like 3 days or so. And it's not also not the longest time, but you can tell that from here to here. Yes, we're slightly climbing, but look at the wicks, man. It's just all a lot of rejection of higher value right now, struggling to also stay above that area. I'll be waiting for a break above that 236 before I started looking to any position. Maybe once it breaks above that 236, you were looking for a move to that 382 and maybe even that 50%, right? And then try to play that wick as it keeps on rising. Let's go back to the corn. Again, corn still showing indecision on the break, right? We are breaking out of the triangle. We just have to confirm today. Tomorrow for the market. Not bad, not bad. Bearish divergence. Stagnating, right? Not really getting that moving down. With the strong bearish divergence that we have, we're just moving sideways. And on the 1 hour chart, right, we also have that strong bearish divergence and we're failing to drop, man. That is just telling us the market is looking a little bit stronger, right? Gala and AVAX. Oh man, I'll do one or the other. Which one would you rather me do? I'm about to sign off, bro. So let me know which one you want, Hugo, and I'll wait for you to tell me that. So let me know, AVAX or Gala, one or the other. This is Gala. All right. Yeah, no worries. Alrighty, Gala, man. All right. Bullish divergence strong, action to the upside, getting above the 20 and still moving up. Short-term moves, right? Short-term fibs. Let's go high point here. low point here. Is it making sense? Yeah, we are trying to break above the 236, and right now we are slightly sitting on it, or it looks as though we're sitting on it right now. So we're gonna wait for a confirmation. That means that we have to close the candle at that 236 above, and then we could be going for that 382 and then that 50%, right? So it could start a shift here on bullish divergence. There's really nothing bearish. You're coming from a high point to a lower point of the price, so high to low. Positive momentum, less positive momentum, and high to low here as well. Short term, low to high, right, on the move here, right? High, higher high on the price. Coming up with more positive momentum and higher here as well on the other side. Neutral, 54.03 on the other side. That means the price perceived to be fair, not overbought, not oversold. That means that, you know, it is okay in value. You just gotta wait for that break to happen again, or that area to sustain current levels. Even here, look, high, low, high, positive, less positive, more positive. So here, this break here negates any kind of bearish divergence that we could be tracking to this upper portion. And then here on the larger move, though, on the other side, we do have that strong bearish divergence. I think that is the reason that we're struggling to run still. All right, there is this strong bearish divergence here. Look at this, boom, not here. On the other side. There we go. Low to high, negative, less negative, low to high. Nothing here that is nothing here that is bullish. Just that bearishness. And again, we are still trying to hold on to this 236 fear retracement at 0.25 cents, right? We're sitting at 0.2512 right now. That's still above the 20. Strong bearish. Watch out. We could still move down, hit that 20 moving average at 24.77. And then we're going to have resistance at that 236 that we've talked about. 1 hour. Low, high, negative, less negative, low. Hidden bullish divergence. Hidden bullish divergence. Oh my goodness. The hidden bullish divergence, it gets us. We popped a bit. Trying to get higher than the previous high. So what happens? Continuation. Now here in the move, guess what? Ooh, look at this. More hidden bullish divergence, sir. Yes. From here to here, from here to here. Hidden bullish divergence, potential fraction to the upside again. We might go to that 20. We might even say that we had it to here, actually, just to be a little bit fair. And I'm going to assume in here. Yeah. And then here, again, high to low, but it's just very small move, right? It's still high to low, so less negative momentum. That tells us that we're coming down here on the price, and with that, we're creating that strong bullish divergence. I'm not going to put a lot of weight into strong bullish. I mean, if we get above the 20, yes, it's going to be nice, but for now, you do have something. So again, the rule of 3 is 1, 2, 3, right? So hidden, strong. Could be looking for a move above the 20. If we could break above the 20, we could be trying to go higher for a good move up. But you got to wait for a break off the 20 to happen. Right now, it's still struggling. And the fact it's here, we're kind of breaking down. We're flagging or consolidating the zone without anything bearish coming in and putting pressure, at least not here on the, oh, wait, from back here. There was some bearishness back here. There was some strong bearish for that moving down. All right, cool. Strong bearish divergence. Moves down, hidden bullish, helping us hold. Hidden bullish, helping us hold again. Now strong bullish. Are we going to rally with this? That's going to be the question. That's going to be the important move. We need to get higher than this high here and then this high here for us to continue moving up on Gala right now. But again, it looks as though we do want to hold on to at 236 for now. Again, we'll be waiting to play a move from the 236 to at 382. Then if it looks as though we're going to break above at 382, maybe let it run to at 50. Otherwise, if it looks as though it's going to retrace from at 382, set up a stop loss somewhere here. So in case you're in a position right now, going for that rally, you take some profit here. And then if you're opening a position right now at support, just set some stop loss down here. So, you know, you can cover a movement down, not just go and get wrecked. You know, just play it smart. I mean, you have to have a strategy when you trade. If you're just going without a strategy, you're just basically gambling. That's it. So you have to have a strategy. You have to have stop losses. You have to have targets that you're going to hit, where you're going to take profits, right? Trading is about making profits. It's not about paper profits. You have to have solid profits, right? You have to have money in the bank. That's what matters. That means you have to close positions, and you can always open a position again. You can always open another position. Just remember that. Just remember that. You can always open another position. It's not going to be bad or anything like that. So if you end up closing a position, just open another one. Right? It's wealth preservation. It's risk management. A lot of trading is risk management. You have to manage risk. That means you're not going to get wrecked, so you have enough money still to play and keep on moving up, right? And keep on playing those moves. So just important to understand that part. A lot of people don't do risk management. Risk management is key when you're trading. Right. So that's going to be it for tonight. Guys, thank you very much for watching. That's going to be it for tonight. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you hit the like, the bell, and the sub. Join us on the Discord. Links have gone out. They're pinned at the top of the chat. Make sure you're, like I said, hit the like, bell, and sub. Remember, all the information that we provide here is for entertainment and educational purpose only. Please don't trade based on what you see here. We are just discussing ideas. This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. On that note, catch you guys again tomorrow for another edition of So Crypto. Look at Bitcoin, how beautiful it's trying to break out of that triangle. Hopefully we break out and we go for that larger move still. That's going to be it for tonight, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again tomorrow. Until then.